Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chestnut Channel. With me today is my longtime friend, Ron McGilvray, U.S. Commissioner East for Clan McGilvray International. How are you, Ron?
Very good, Ray. And you?
I'm well, thank you. Welcome back to the Chestnut Channel. Last time Ron was here, we talked about the parade, the Tartan Day Parade in New York City. That was just a while back, very short while back. And so we're back. We're back together here, and today's topic is the tents at the Highland Games. Who are those people behind the tents? It's Ron and I are two of them. At the Highland Games, you go to the festivals, you see people in the tents, right? They're representing their clans, and that's what
Yeah,
we do, and that's what we decided to talk about tonight, convening or representing your clan. How long you been doing it, would you say, Ron?
since 2015.
Okay.
I
Yep.
My first game was at an actual baptism of fire. Well, actually, it was baptism of water because my tent ended up down in the river.
Is that right? Where was that?
Up at Loon.
Oh, it was. Oh,
Yeah, I flew away the second night there.
oh man. Yeah, I remember meeting you there for the first time. I don't know if that
Yeah,
was the first year you were there. It
yeah,
probably
it
was.
was. That was
Okay.
it.
Yep.
And there's some pictures there I sent you with uh of the event. I don't even have a tartan kilt on. I got a black kilt on.
Yep.
It's just they threw me into the
Into
fire. I'm
into
telling
the
you.
fire. Well, you came out forged and ready, and you're a
That's
veteran now.
correct. Yeah,
I think I started in 2000, probably eight, 7 or 8. I got involved with the clan. The tent itself, maybe 8.
yeah,
So yeah, we deal with a lot of weather, don't we? The wind and the rain and the
yeah.
sun. Sun can be dangerous too, of course, or but um, we go through all of it in order to represent our clans at the festivals in New England. I call it convening, which is a bit of a strange word, but convener is the title. Ron calls himself commissioner. There's other titles, but that all means that you're sitting at a tent behind a table, usually at a chair or something, and you're there to talk to the public about your clan and its history and traditions and such, right?
That's true. And we give them our best.
Yeah, we certainly do. And it's a society that we, after a while, become a part of. The other clans and such help each other out, become good friends over the years. Um,
Yeah,
cannot help but go through the same things together. You end up friends, and that's just how this works. So, maybe someone will recognize what this is. Bungee cords. Get my phone cord all wrapped up in it.
our lifelines.
Bungee cords are bungee straps, I guess. There's other names for them. Zip ties, little zip tie deals, right?
More
Yeah.
lifelines.
You got duct tape.
The
Um,
big lifeline.
yeah, I think pray to the god of Velcro or something that it would hold in the windstorms and who knows what, folks. We just go through a lot of things, and we're Yankees here, so in New England, and it's called Yankee ingenuity. If you've never heard that, that means you find a way to do something that needs getting done with what you have in your pocket or in your box. And if I don't have it, I go to Ron's tent. That's how this works.
Ray has quite the selection.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Yep. And it weighs a lot, but it's worth bringing in case you need it. And it's a lot of in case ofs, right?
Yeah.
Because
Eh,
New England weather makes you trains you to do a lot of in case of.
over the years, your kit increases. Just to know what you need, what happened last year. We got to fix that for this year,
Right.
and we had a lot of little goodies too for the folks to see.
Sure. Yeah, well, I probably slowed down the last few years, but I was always going around to other tents trying to, how'd you do that? That's an interesting way of tying that or strapping together, or can I look at that for a moment? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Get a lot of tips over the years from different other clans.
Yes, you do. And I'm uh I'm looking forward to this year. It's it should be quite a year. We've added a few games this year.
Indeed.
No fame games, Fort 4,
Right.
and Round Hill has changed into Litchfield Highland Games now.
Okay, is that about the same time of year though, and such as the other one was too? Or
It's
is
a
that
little later in the year.
okay?
Yeah, it's in September. It was in June or July.
Okay.
June, I
Yeah,
believe.
now it's September the 29th.
Right.
I'm actually going
And
to be talking to the lady that runs that in a few weeks.
okay.
The Litchfield, I believe it's called Litchfield Hills Highland Games,
Right.
September the 29th, everybody. So I'm going to be having a little conversation with her. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I think one of the things that makes it a little bit easier for Ron and I it might have been I always say I only know what I know. But the fact that we're part of Clan Hatton, everybody, we have 12 clans. We don't always see all 12 clans with tents where we go in New England, but when we do, we have them to help us and us help them, and that's part of how this works. I sort of couldn't imagine, I would say, it being by myself because I've never been. I've always had a few other Hatton clans around the field with me that could, help me out if I need, or them me. Ron, was it 2 years ago? My wife Wanda and I broke down up at Loon Mountain in New Hampshire.
Oh yeah.
I
I
came
remember
out,
that.
I came out and the car had a nice green puddle under it in front of our hotel. So I somehow got it to the shop though and had a guy fix it on a Saturday. Oh my gosh. Ron gave us a ride and some other people as well. This is what we do. We pitch in, help each other out. Fellow Wildcats, correct, Ron?
Correct.
Yeah. Brothers to the end. That's it. Yeah, we dig our claws in when we have to help each other out. And it works out nice. It really does.
Yeah,
With the last year and Wildcats don't usually like the water, but Ron and I have been through some water in our days, right, Ron?
that's correct.
Old Orchard Beach games last year was I think a washout after about 1:30, 2 o'clock maybe. It looked like something was coming, and sure it was, and we couldn't
Yeah,
deny it. And
it was.
you can pretend it's not, but it always is. Eventually shows up when it's on the horizon up there, and then took us quite a while. We were drenched to the bone by the time we got out of there, tents and
Yeah,
all, tents and kilts and hose and you name it. Oh my gosh, leather is wicked, and the wool's crazy in the rain.
yeah,
The
it
kilts start
does.
to get
It gets a
awful.
little bit heavier.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing we go through. We have to bring everything with us we think we might need, and
Speaking of which, Old Orchard Beach games are on the 1st this year, June 1st.
right. So that's the next one. But
Yeah,
right now we're talking in April 2024 right now, right at the end of April, folks. So June 1st is our first one for the year. After this, we already had one. Yeah, June 1st, the Old Orchard Beach, which is called the festival, the main Scottish festival at Old Orchard Beach is the actual title of that.
right.
That's a nice small one. It's a little place called Veterans Park. And
Yeah,
then
it's a nice little venue, and
yeah,
squeeze a lot in there for
they certainly do.
everything that you need, though.
Yep. And they're
Uh,
good to us conveners.
yeah,
They're good to us clan reps. And that's something we remember, or when we got a problem with this or that, we if we have to let people know about it and things change, hopefully for the better for us.
and give a shout out to Sherry McDonald. She does a wonderful job there.
Right. Hi, Sherry McDonald. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, they started. They're small, and I think they want to stay that way. And I think I like them that way too. All these games have their own little thing that we like about them, and then one of them is like you say, it's a compact little thing, and they run it well in that little area. They really do.
Yeah, we can actually walk away from our tent and see some things, whereas some of the bigger venues, you're at your tent all day long. You can't get away because it's too far away to get to some of the events.
Right.
So this one makes them, accessible.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, there's a nice little parade at this one. We kind of go off the field a little bit for it, up the road, and then come down through the town of Old Orchard Beach, Maine. It's quite nice, actually. I like that part of it.
Yeah,
I like coming
We
down that.
were the honored clan last year, the clan McGilvray, which was very nice.
Oh,
First
yeah.
time we've ever had that distinction.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and it was a funny story about that.
Sure.
I went up to accept the honored clan uh, tribute, and I had a little speech I had ready from my commander,
Oh,
and I was up there and I started reading the speech, and then all of a sudden, I was reading off my iPad, and I came to a part where it says, "and 6,000 people were killed." I said, "What the heck is this?" Well, it seems when I was practicing it in the morning, I was watching the news, and somehow it hit record and started recording all the news on my iPad.
oh my gosh.
So I get to that part. Well, of course, I stopped. I said, "This isn't what I'm supposed to be reading."
Right.
So it was quite a bit of a little horror show, but we did. I just hesitated for a little couple minutes and then
Right.
found my spot. But that was a little bit of a uh,
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah. I remember that, Ron. You know, Ron and I are good friend. Ron and I are great friends. And I felt at that moment I was standing across from him and I felt something was wrong and I didn't know what it was. I actually took 2 steps forward and I decided to hand someone my flag. I don't know,
Yeah.
you probably didn't even know that, but because I thought something was up that you needed a hand with, but I backed up again a second later, but I
That
remember
was that could only happen to me.
that. You took it in stride. It came out
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
And
But this year we won't have that problem.
yeah, so that's the June the 1st.
Yeah,
2 weeks later, June 15th, Saturday, Milford, Massachusetts, the No Fame Games at
yeah.
Phoenix Field. Yeah, that's a nice field. We like that one. That's about the third year there. We can park our cars right behind the tents at that one, being conveners. That we like that. That's one thing about this is it's we have all kind of conditions to deal with, and that's fine. But you know, when we like something, we know we like it and we remember it. You know, just like you with the bad things. But uh,
Right.
commonly we have to unload everything and set it up or put it on the ground and run the car off to a maybe out of sight, hopefully not out of sight, but somewhere a little ways
Convenience,
away.
anyway.
Yep, so that we really need everything out of the car on the ground that we're going to use, and so that's sort of a little bit of a fine line to walk, but we figure it out. But at the Milford one on June the 15th, no fame games, we'll be able to park our cars right behind the tent and leave it there, which is a bonus for us conveners, us older guys, in fact, and especially.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's the No Fame Games, Scottish Heavy Athletics, everyone. That's going to be a really good time. Please come out and join us.
it's fabulous. It really is. It's a great event. Seeing these athletes uh, go to work is unbelievable. I mean, they are just. I give them all the credit in the world for what the things they do.
Right. And the idea of it is they're all in it together and nobody's getting famous about what they do to support each other, is I believe the idea of the No Fame Games
That's right.
title, which is absolutely what they do. The men and women who run that are fabulous folks. And so come out to Pheno Field, June the 15th in Milford, Massachusetts. Meet the Chestnut Channel there, and we're going to have about 10 clans, I'm hoping. I'm the clan coordinator for that one, so hopefully that works out good for everyone. The Fort 4 Festival, that is a French War reenactment fort up in New Hampshire, in Charlestown, New Hampshire. That's also No Fame Games is going to be at that one. When I say that, that means the athletics at an event is going to be run by the No Fame Games people. So that's the June the 29th. The St. Andrews Society of Maine is running that one. There's going to be a fellow there from New England Stone Lifting, which is a fabulous thing that's going to be paid more and more attention to in New England by me and by many, many others. Stone lifting a stone as big as yourself, pretty much a three to 400 pound stone. It's amazing. And some local people are really picking this up, picking up the ball, you might say. It's a very heavy ball and running with
Yeah,
it on this
I'll
one.
say.
Stone lifting is going to be a part of the New England Highland Games. It perhaps already has been. I don't know a lot about it, as you can probably tell the way I talk about it, but it's coming to the forefront of it, you might say. So that's pretty exciting. So that's the
It's
29th
scary.
of June.
It's
You going to be there,
scary to
Ron?
see what they're going to be picking up.
Yeah, you're going to be at that one.
Yep, I am.
Right on the Connecticut River. I'm told that's a beautiful spot.
All right.
Something about the layout is ideal for the Highland Games. You can see everything at once. I can't wait to get up there.
Yeah.
And please follow us up there, folks. June the 29th, Old Fort number 4 in Charlestown, New Hampshire. And July the 20th is Glasgow Lands in Northampton. The first games I ever did a tent at, or the first Scottish festival I ever attended. Will you have something between there, Ron?
No, that
Early
was
July,
it was
nothing in early
Fort number
July.
4 and then the Glasgow lands.
Okay.
And
Which I
then
think-
Maine.
Okay, yep. Right after that one is going to be August the 17th, the Maine Highland Games.
Yeah.
Brunswick. I got my shirt up here that says this was 23, I think, the 44th. So we're going to be the 45th year this year, it sounds like, at the Maine Highland Games.
Yeah.
That's a big event, folks. That's a really great one. Graham McTavish is going to be there, a guy from Outlander.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, he's the older of the two main male characters, I believe. Am I saying that right? I don't watch that.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no, you're right.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to be there. He's got a new whiskey or something or other. I don't read whiskey either, but that's what he's there for. And he's there's a big production about that, and I'm sure he's going to be a good draw for everybody. A lot of dancing going on there this year as well. St. Andrew's Society of Maine runs the Maine Highland Games, so look that up, folks. I'll have all these links and such on my Facebook page, Touch Not, and on here, and I'll keep you guys posted. You know that I keep you guys going for all this all year long, so I won't let you down on that one. Yeah, so Glasgow Lands, that's a quite nice one, right?
Yes.
Big but accessible. Everything's reachable,
Yeah, it is.
walkable.
Yeah.
Big open field, very sunny, but also some pine groves for picnics and such. Very, very nice in that regard.
And Cameron's from New Jersey is there selling pies, which is always a nice thing.
Right, Ron's got to have his meat pies. That's his thing.
Yeah, I usually bring home a dozen.
Yeah, absolutely you do. So then August the 24th is going to be the Queechee Games in Hartford, Vermont.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got that one.
That's a small one, very nice. I think the only Vermont festival, but I'm not sure. August the 24th, Queechee Games, Hartford, Vermont.
Shout out to Claire McPherson on that one.
Yeah, Claire McPherson is running that. She's the president of the New England Center for Scottish Arts, which you see me talk a lot about. They just ran that indoor Scottish festival in New Hampshire that we just had. That was a fabulous time. And they do this Queechee Games as well in order to try to raise funds for the many things they do, which is dancing, drumming, and piping, music and dance, and bringing the Scots cultures to the forefront of New England. Do a great job with that. Now, we'll keep going here to two more, I guess. Three more perhaps.
We did the Maine Highland Games, Queechee,
Go ahead.
and then New Hampshire, Loon Mountain.
Okay, Loon Mountain, New Hampshire, right? The 3-day festival. That's the 20th to the 22nd this year, I believe. Excuse me.
It's the third biggest games in the United States.
Yep, it's a big one. Loon Mountain Resort. I used to call it Loon Mountain Ski Area because I'm ancient, but I guess resort is the word. Lincoln, New Hampshire. And that's the kind of thing you have to kind of look at right now, folks, and tickets and motel, everything, because that's a huge.
That sells
huge
out
event.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't say, hey, let's do that loon thing next week. That's not how that one works. You really got to do your research on that. We'd love to see you there. I've been going there for many years, all these for many years, as has
So
Ron.
that was my baptism up there.
That's right, huh? First one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glasgow Lands was my first one, and I didn't have a kilt at first, and I had shorts and I had a piece of tartan looped through my belt hanging off. I just wanted to show my colors, but I did have the tent
Yeah.
before the kilt, and there was one year I had no tent. Actually, my tent died in a windstorm or something. I hadn't got another one yet, and so I brought my backyard patio umbrella and the little metal stand and a table, and it didn't rain, and I still have the pictures from that. So
Now, though, these days they won't let you in with one of those. That's verboten. They have to rent their tents because of all because of the weather up there can be so
yeah.
unpredictable.
Hmm. Yeah, it can get violent. And in fact, last year, everybody, they did cancel Saturday at Loon Mountain.
They did.
The middle day of the weekend, they canceled it due to really bad windstorms, but they did it well in advance. I got a call in my motel at 20 minutes of 6. And I'm an early riser. I was already awake with coffee in my hand, but they told us that early that there would be no Saturday today.
Yeah.
So they were good about that, I would say. They're very organized.
That surprised me. It was the first time that had happened since I've been going to them. That they canceled,
Yep.
right in that morning.
Yes. Yeah, we drove over the Kangamangas Highway that day for something to do, and there was a tree down in the road. It had just fallen, I think. I got around it, but yeah, it was a bad day. There's no lie about that. It was a good move, I think.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely.
No, it wasn't anything that
Better
was
safe than sorry.
right. And someone's always going to be upset about something. So that's just how that goes.
Yeah.
Uh, so now, see, after Loon Mountain, we're going to be at the 29th again at Litchfield
Hills.
Litchfield Hills I'm sorry, I'm getting this messed up, everybody. It's Litchfield Hills Highland Games. I think it's Lakeville, Connecticut is the town.
Yeah.
Tune in a
At
couple
Lime Rock Park.
Lime
It's the
Rock
same.
Park.
It's the same venue as Round Hill was, but
Okay.
they're changing the name.
Okay. And 3 words with an L is messing me up here. We got Lakeville, we got Lime Rock, and we got Litchfield. Right.
Triple L.
That's right. And so that's the 29th. And then October the 13th. So by the way, Connecticut festivals are always Sundays, or seem to be in my experience. These two are certainly. The next one is also a Connecticut, October 13th, Sunday. I call that the Connecticut Highland Games. I'm not sure if I get that right or not, Ron.
It's the Highland Festival of Scotland, Connecticut.
Okay.
Is the new name of it.
Okay. The Highland.
They've changed their venue too. It's
okay.
Located at Fairgrounds Road in Brooklyn, Connecticut. And they're no longer going to be at the Look Park.
You mean Scotland?
No, I'm not Look Park.
Waldo.
Waldo.
Right. Yeah. It is, however, if you've been there, folks, it is, however, very close by. It looks like it's about 2 towns away from where it was to me.
Yeah.
It's fairly close. That's too bad. They have a nice little venue at Waldo, but I'm sure I wish them luck and hope they can recover whatever bump in the road they had to take to get to a new venue.
They're well on the way.
Good.
But,
yeah. So what else? So we do a parade at every festival, right, Ron? We gather some people together. We do a clan parade most of the time. I was going to say it's good to have people come over and help us out sometimes. If you see us at the festival, sometimes it's good to say, "Hey, Ron, can I sit down here a minute? You go get a sandwich or this or that." Or sometimes we can use a break and
that's a nice thing to point out there, Ray.
Yep.
Because we could always use a break.
Sure, and we need someone to eventually these things get passed on to other people as the years go by. So that's something we like to think about too, to get somebody to help us out and eventually take things over. Or, I do 6 or 8 festivals a year, but I've been told I'm not any younger than I was yesterday. And I think that's
No,
probably the truth. So,
you
so,
look great, Ray.
no, thank you. But so eventually maybe I'll be fortunate enough to have somebody take one of these festivals from me or help me out at them, that kind of a thing,
Yeah,
and,
me
you
too.
learn a lot doing it. You have a lot of fun. We meet so many great people, don't we, Ron?
We do.
Some of them
And
are the same folks we've been seeing for 10 years. Other ones we won't see again, but they're great too. And oh my gosh, we just see so many people, so many smiles, so many handshakes. It's great fun. It really is.
like I said before, well, I don't know. I've been adding stuff to my tent every year to try and get a little bit more interest, not just in the clan itself, but in Scottish uh, arts and just a lot of things. And I've been recently added the uh, raffles of rowan trees. I just finished potting all my rowan trees yesterday.
Yeah, they're
Um,
popular.
yeah, it is, and it goes to the good cause. I donate a good portion of the money to the Clan McGilvray Scholarship Society,
Oh, great.
and that helps out a lot. This year we went to a girl and one of our clan members who is doing teaching Gaelic, and it's she did a whole play and Christmas special in Gaelic. It's quite nice. It really
Ah,
was. It was good to see. Went to a good cause too, and
good.
the, so things like that. That it's been very popular over the last 3 years. You get a lot more people coming to your tent than just McGilvrays, and you can uh, discuss things with them about Scotland and the mystical rowan tree and all the other little things that Scotland has that nobody else in the world has.
Right.
Not just our clans, but the culture itself.
Absolutely. I have a great time at these festivals. I don't get around to see everything I'd like to, but I truly love it. It's really an immersion in your culture, and it's so important to me to do this. I truly love it. It's not a
Yeah,
hobby, really. It's my passion. Really, passion is the
yeah,
word. Maybe it's overused, that word, but it's really what it is.
yeah. No, it is.
Um,
It's
just to see the look on people's faces when I don't have the answers to every question, nearly, of course not, but just some history that I have in my head, or some stories, or some little things that I have and repeat to people they hear for the first time, and boy, they get such joy out of it. That's makes it all worthwhile. It truly does.
yeah, it does.
Um,
I mean, we've got a lot of pride in our culture, and we don't mind talking about it. That's for sure.
yep, yep. We're wildcats, and we let people know it, don't we, Ron?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we're on that field. Touch not the cat. You hear us?
Yeah.
You hear us yowling that? Make no
You'll
mistake.
you'll hear Ray with his flag. Touch not the cat.
That's right. I don't wait for the parade to start either.
No.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Ray with the Clan Association. Nobody misses me.
Yeah.
And we have a great time doing it. We sometimes we have 3 or 4, maybe 5, 6, hopefully, of our Hatton clans, which there are 12, of course, and we never have had a lot of them at New England. It'd be great if we did. Um, but we're a little clique of our own, us Wildcats, and it's great to be that way. It's great to know that we can count on each other, just like that Band of Union says. And our new coat of arms in the Clan Association says, "Stronger together."
That's true.
And that's what, Ron has been always there for me to count on over the years. And I truly want to thank you for that. That's something that's always been there. Just like if I wanted to reach down into my left leg and there's my foot, Ron's always there. He's always there. And
Ray and the rest of the Glenn McIntosh and were there for me when I first started, and I wouldn't be here now if I didn't get the kind of help that they gave me.
right. Yeah,
Don't worry about it. You'll get through
it. Yep, I'm not sure what these other clans on their own do, but we have our confederation and we exercise it.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that. I really am. We truly take that to different lengths than you might say. People talk about the clans got together for mutual protection and this and this and that, whatever it is. But we've certainly developed that in our own relationship here in New England, and I hope across the country and anywhere in the world where Hattons come together at these festivals. I hope that's true.
Yeah.
I like to think that it is.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah,
I've seen it in action. So
great. I think we're getting a little short on time here. We've got about maybe 6-7 minutes left.
Okay.
But this has been good. I really want to thank you for coming on. Yeah, so
always a pleasure, Ray.
So if you want the red one or the blue one, Ron?
Where's the duct tape? That's
okay.
my standby.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Don't forget the thing to cut the zip ties with.
Yeah.
It's always something someone forgets and someone else has it, and that kind of a thing. So
now you should see I don't know if you've ever seen the people who've ever seen my Camry. When I get there, I got a Toyota Camry, and it is just, there's no more room in that thing except for me. The thing is full.
If you ever saw what came out of that thing, it's like one of these things where 14 clowns come out of a VW or something. That's a Volkswagen, everybody. Oh my gosh, yeah.
No, and
I don't know how he does it. He defies science.
My madness to get everything in there.
He defies science, folks. He truly does. He defies the laws of matter when he fits things in that car. I don't know. Just hope don't get any blue lights on you. That's all I can say for you.
No, it stays full all summer. I don't even bother taking half the stuff out.
I was just thinking at Old Orchard Beach last year, you had your wife's car, and because you had the 2 tents.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh,
yeah.
We were wringing the tents out, people. We were wringing them out. They were so wet. I couldn't have gotten any wetter.
Yeah, that was we thought we was good for the day, but all of a sudden that rain came on us. That was nasty.
Yeah, my tulip turned a dark color. It dried out nice, but it turned dark from its nice bright Clanhattan oranges there. Oh my gosh. Well, Ron, I want to thank you for coming on. Ron's the U.S. Commissioner East for Clan McGilvray International. And he's also a member of the Clanhattan Association. And I want to thank him for coming on, talking about the Highland Games and those people in the tents and what they do. And now you know,
stop by and see us.
Say again?
Stop by and see us.
Please. Stop by, maybe sit down and for a few minutes, we'll go grab a sandwich.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
All right. Thank you very much, Ron.
Always a pleasure, Ray.
All righty.
Touch not.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Touch not.